Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here again at Solana. We're going to double check a couple of key factors because the price kind of did a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction to Bitcoin selling back down to about 67.5. So we're going to discuss that, take a look. I think we're still in good shape, honestly. We're still honoring this ascending trend line and effectively broke out of our descending trend. So shouldn't be all that crazy, just making sure we're double checking this here for you. So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hope you can learn something. If you want to become a better trader again, cryptocash.tech is a site link down below. You can register if you want. If not, that's cool too. We have some awesome trades here going on. I'll discuss that later. Honestly, we just want to kind of jump into the charts and quickly verify a few things. So let's just go ahead and do that right now and quickly understand where we're at with liquidation, because when we looked at it earlier, there was some lower and upper liquidation levels. We had to zoom in though. But before I go any further, 190 to 195 is a pretty obvious area that should still be swept. Again, we were getting close to that level there, almost sweeping that range, and Bitcoin decided to go down, right? So when that happens, we hit the old reset button there, but keep in mind we have a tremendous amount of liquidation in the upper range. And if we look at the last 12 hours, we can kind of see here that there's still a lot of shorts here in play at 190 to 195. Once more, a lot of destruction that occurred down here when there's that selling pressure from 186 all the way as low as about 182.50. So we took a position, I think at like 185, if I'm not mistaken, and unfortunately the price just went down right as soon as that happened. Just so you know, that's a very normal thing in crypto. Waited for confirmation as long as I could. It's like, okay, great, price is gonna run, and of course it turns right around. So that can happen sometimes. The key that I want to kind of point out here is that we use low leverage and low position sizing, so we're not like out in the rain right now. We're not super worried about it. We can average into our position. That's generally how I like to do it anyways. So again, not the end of the world here. We still got this nice 0.618 fib level here at about 178, 180 range. That should still effectively hold. It's our 1 week low as well. So let's talk about daily and work our way down. Just clarify a couple of things here for us. Mostly just reiterating the obvious. I talked about this earlier, but simply put, we're still below the 20-day SMA, but above all other moving averages there. We're over 50 on the RSI. Stochastic is still swinging down, and MACD is diverging a little bit more than it was before. So the daily time frame has some nice indications, but not so nice too. Right? It's not like a perfect situation by any stretch. Most daily time frames are looking pretty ugly right now for a lot of altcoins, and simply because a lot of them took off, they've plateaued, and they kind of aren't really sure where they want to go next. So at this point, we can see that we're that natural trade-off or that sell-off scenario. It happens all the time when Bitcoin has a lot of shenanigans and just decides it wants to rake itself down like it did earlier today. Having said all of that, let's take a look at the 4 hour. We can see MACD is trying to diverge. We're under 50 on the RSI, but money flow index is increasing. This is half the reason why I feel comfortable in a long position, because MFI still goes up. It means people are adding to their position a lot at this level. And once again, we have our average volume range. Let me go ahead and just kind of put this out here as well. The volume profile here for this coin, there's a lot of volume in the 185 range. Okay, so 185, 184, that should work as a support level. Now you could argue that us being below that, it's a resistance right now, but again, it's still a little too early to tell because today's candlestick hasn't closed yet. Bitcoin's kind of rallying back to 68.5. Okay, so Bitcoin can hold the level. Solana should be fine. Bitcoin decides it wants to go down to 60, sub 67,000. It might be a different story. Okay, so just friendly advice: be careful and just use low leverage is my recommendation in these scenarios. It's saved us more than once, and I can assure you we have consistency in our signals, my trade signals that I provide, because we use low leverage. You can see here 5, 6, maybe 7x tops. Only 10x leverage for Bitcoin, just because its percentages are a little different. Either way, that's conversation for another day. Just friendly advice: be careful with leverage in these manipulative markets. We talk about this a lot in our community too, about just the simple fact that the market is going to be a little wonky over the next 2 or 3 weeks, even after maybe about a week or two, my speculation, leading into the Bitcoin halving, which at this point is estimated for the 19th of April. So the next 2 weeks, there's going to be, in my opinion, a big heaping pile of trash. And then we'll eventually get some stability, likely some uptrending afterwards, but I don't think it's going to happen right away. I personally feel we're going to see some more manipulation as soon as that occurs, because everyone's expecting everything to just take off, and we're going to see some dumps and then some ramps back up. It's going to be a Bitcoin ETF all over again. That's my speculation, and I'm holding to it. Right, so we're back below the cloud here, of course. So lost that confirmation. Lagging span is not free and clear. and conversion line still, believe it or not, above the baseline. So this shows we have good momentum, but we don't really have a perfect entry signal here. So if you're considering a long position, I would just wait it out, pump the brakes, wait for Bitcoin dominance to start to subside, because right now Bitcoin dominance is on a tear, and this is not a great sign here for alts generally. So if this starts to taper off and the price of Bitcoin goes sideways, we should be in good shape to see alts do one of these, okay? So really just a matter of this whole cycle kind of fulfilling itself or finishing itself. Right now, we're kind of at the mercy of Bitcoin, so I would just keep your head on a swivel and be very careful in how you trade. Hope you learned something here today. If you want to learn more, cryptocash.tech is the site, link down below. Trading Academy, Community, and Signals Group. Also, make sure you trade Solana on this phenomenal exchange here, Bitunix. We use them exclusively as a community because there's no KYC or VPN required. Make sure you use my links so you get some nice rewards there, and obviously, let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Don't forget to comment below, and we'll see you the next one. Take care. Have a good rest of your day.